Thank you to all my channel members, including my fan appreciation level members and my contributor level members, for helping support the YouTube channel. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my book review of the book Star Wars Sanctuary, a Bad Batch novel. This is a standalone novel set in the middle of season 2 of the Bad Batch. So you have our crew, Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, and Omega. They are together. Echo has gone off to do his thing. Crosshair still has not rejoined the group yet. So the four of them team up with Fee Genoa. I think I can't remember how to pronounce the last name. I know the first name's Fee, and they work with Fee to go on a couple of missions to try to get some money, to get resources for the island of Pabu that they're kind of helping out. And as you would expect with any Star Wars novel, things go wrong and hijinks ensue. And so this book is really about the Bad Batch. There are, of course, the POV characters in here. There's also a villain, an ISB agent named Crane, who is tracking someone who is connected to the Bad Batch. And then there's also this woman named Celia, who is this older woman, mysterious older woman, who is the benefactor, who is buying the stuff that the Bad Batch steals in this book. And she has some really messed up stuff about her backstory and her personality. So the book's about all of them. It's a very short book. It's like 297 pages, so it doesn't even break the traditional 300-page barrier for Star Wars. You know, the average, what I'd say is for hardcover, the average Star Wars hardcover is like 300 to 440, 450. If it's more than 450, it's considered a long book. And if it is less than 300 pages, it's considered a short book. So it's just under that to be considered a short book, and it reads pretty quickly. The book is, I think, very much designed to feel like you're going from one adventure to the next of the elements. It's like out of the frying pan into the fire. They go to this planet, steal the thing. It kind of goes wrong and they have to escape. All right, they take the thing to the next place, and that doesn't go as well as they hope, and they have to escape to the next place, and they have to escape to the next place. It kind of works kind of like the TV show would, and that TV show is episodic. And while this in that way feels episodic, it is a full singular story that it's telling. Kind of, I would compare this to the way that Dark Disciple told a Clone Wars style story, and you could easily tell where the breaks were in that book, since it was originally television scripts, but it still worked seamlessly as a novel. This one works seamlessly, and you could try to tell where the breaks are between like episodes if you view it as that way, because this wasn't based on scripts as far as I know. This was just an original story from Lamar Giles, and so there's no like breaks for episodes, but you could still tell it has that feeling, which works very well because it feels natural to the Bad Batch storytelling. If this had, felt more grand and epic, it might not have felt like the Bad Batch in the same way. The book has some great elements to it, and I would actually posit something interesting about this book, which is it does just about everything very good, very well. I would even say it does just about everything great, but it never levels up to a top-tier Star Wars novel, but in every element is a great book still. For instance, I think that it deals with some great themes for some of the cast. There's themes about Hunter, about trusting people. There's themes from Omega about being too easily willing to accept people in. There's themes for the whole Bad Batch as a whole about forgiveness of people who have wronged them. There are some great themes explored. They're not as deep as some other Star Wars books, so it's not the top tier for themes, but it's very well. The plot moves along very well. It's not the best paced Star Wars plot, but it is paced very well. It understands all the character voices. It's not the Star Wars book where I'm like, man, this voice is this character as much. They felt true to the characters, but it felt true to the characters, but it didn't feel like, oh my goodness, Lamar Giles is the Bad Batch writer. He's the only one that gets it in this way that some other Star Wars writers have that with the character's voice. For instance, I would say Mike Chen just gets how to write the Obi-Wan Anakin dynamic, and I would say that Claudia Gray gets how to write Qui-Gon. There's very few people who can do that. He does a very good job writing them, but it's not like it's on that level. And then the villains in this book are very good. There's two villains, as I mentioned: Crane, the ISB agent, and Celia, the old woman benefactor of the batch. And you can tell she's a villain with like the first moment you meet her, so it's not a spoiler. Um, both of them are very well done, and compared to some recent villains in some of the books, they're very excellent villains. I don't know how memorable they will be in the long term, which is why I can't put them in the top tier. But as you can tell with everything I've said, I'm not complaining saying any of this is bad. I'm just saying it's not top tier. I'm saying it's very, very good. And so like I was really struggling whether or not to give the book a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads or a 4 out of 5 because it's kind of in the middle. And usually I round up on Goodreads, but I was thinking where in my rankings, what books, Star Wars books, would I put this with? And I would put this in the category of it's very well done, very competently written, fits the characters really well. It's refreshing, but it's not top tier, which is why I didn't give it a 5. I gave it a 4. But it is still a refreshing book. So many Star Wars books, like The Mask of Fear from the beginning of the year, was a heavy book, and it dealt with some deep themes. And the Trials of the Jedi just was like an epic, big scope book, and it dealt with some interesting themes as well that were kind of deep. And then so those were like the amazing tier. And then at the end of last year, you had the Mace Windu book that just completely fell flat in all its ways. And so this is kind of, it's much smaller scale like the Mace Windu book, but it actually understands the characters, understands the world. Lamar Giles gets how to write Star Wars well. He's not, a favorite or anything, but here's how I'll feel about this book. If Lamar Giles was announced as he's writing another Star Wars book, I would feel very excited and I would feel that the project is in good hands. And I can't say that about every Star Wars author. There's some authors that even though there's some books of theirs I liked, I'm like, man, I don't feel confident about you moving forward, especially after their first book. This one I feel is a very competent first book. I hope that Lamar gets a second chance. Maybe there's that thing that's his it thing. And it might be, you might be like, man, you're selling the book short by expecting it to be top tier. I'm still saying this is a great book. I had a blast with it. It's refreshing. It's small scale, but works. If you're going to do small scale in Star Wars, you have to make it work, and I think this works really well. It's delightful. It's a delightful read. But it's not, it's not on the same level as the best books. So that's how I feel about this. So I enjoyed the book. I'm going to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It's still really good. Don't let that, don't let any of my I didn't have like criticisms of the book. I'm not saying any part of the book is bad, because I really don't think any of the book is bad. I just don't think it's amazing. I've kind of meandered. You can kind of figure out what I mean by this. It is that kind of standalone, small-scale story that does a very competent job, that's very entertaining from cover to cover, very well paced, very good themes. The thing that elevated the book as much as it did to an 8.5 was the themes. It could have been like a 7 to 8 range, just based on the story and the character stuff, but the themes that it explored, I think, raised it. And I will say, there is a cool mystery revelation. There's 2 cool mystery revelations. One of them was revealed way too fast. As soon as you established that there was a mystery going on with one character, it was like very soon revealed, and I was like, man, if I just had a little bit more time with that mystery. The other mystery I thought was very well teased out, and revealed well, and really had a good impact for the story and fit a Bad Batch story. The mystery that's in this book wouldn't fit anywhere else necessarily, especially the smaller. No, is that the smaller mystery? Yeah. The better mystery, I'll say. There's the okay mystery and the great mystery. The great mystery is like the perfect Bad Batch mystery, and then the okay mystery would fit anywhere else more. And I think just because of how quickly it's revealed, and it's just kind of almost out of nowhere where the revelation happens, is why it didn't work as well. But the mystery that works in this book really works. I would put it on the level of like it's not as good as the Ayark revelation in Kenobi, but it's similar. It's very similar. This is my review of Sanctuary, a Bad Batch novel by Lamar Giles. If you've read this book, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.